What's going on, everyone? My name is Dominic Delgado. Welcome back to the channel and to another video. In today's video, I wanted to talk about CCIV and Lucid Motors. Is it confirmed? Is it still speculation? Will it go up further? May it continue running for the next week, even longer? Who knows? One thing I do want to cover is talking about the potential of the EV market in the upcoming years. Can it pass up Tesla or be a competitor with Tesla? Is NIO on the looks of breaking through as well? And what can we see in the short-term plays? Looking at the price action from the past month, we started around here in the 17 range and had a massive run up to the 63 range. Today we did have a dip up to 58, but if we've seen in the past couple of days, we've always had this little dip right after market hours and then that major run up in the morning early hours. So things to take consideration when you're talking about the EV market. We have seen this in the past as well. One state takes a trend and the others follow right behind it. We saw this in the cannabis sector with Utah and Nevada and many other states taking it into consideration, finally legalizing it on a state level, and from there other states are slowly starting to adopt it. We can see this also with the EV market. Going over to California's state webpage, we have the Governor Newsom announces California will phase out gasoline-powered cars and drastically reduce demand for fossil fuel in California's fight against climate change. So what this bill does essentially is by 2035, Gavin Newsom has said all new cars in California are not allowed to be gasoline-powered at all, which will make it impossible for these car dealerships to sell gasoline cars. The only way around this is if they have pre-owned or used cars, and that will be the only way they can sell gasoline cars. So by 2035, you will see California with only electric cars on their dealership lots. As we've seen this before, when one state takes initiative, other states slowly start to follow behind, like I said before, with the cannabis industry, with California taking this trigger and pulling it with the demand on electric vehicles, and especially with us joining the Paris Affairs, we can see other states slowly start to follow behind. I wouldn't be surprised if many other states in the upcoming 5 to 10 years were to start doing this legislation as well. And what this means for the car markets, not only for the electric car markets, but for Ford, Tesla, Toyota, as we can already see Mustang's coming out with their new EV car. Others are following behind as well, just to make it easier for them to stay competitive in the market and not fall behind. So why is the SPAC Churchill Capital CCIV in the run-up in the past couple of days? We do know this is a speculative play. This is all hype, and there are many bullet points pointing all in the same direction as to a potential merger with Lucid Motors. It is not confirmed yet, but there are many details to point that it's going to happen with the Saudis backing both CCIV and Lucid Motors, along with the capital gains that they have both gotten. And it's a great play. If they were to pull through, it'd probably be the best bet for Lucid Motors to go ahead and do this SPAC. So Lucid and Churchill have agreed on key terms of the merger deal, which is essential because you don't want to have a company buying into another one, because this could lead to a downfall in the stock and the actual business itself. Churchill is now in talks with investors to increase the size of private investment in public equity. That would bring to the deal SPACs uses PIPEs, which are funded by third-party investors to bring added cash to merger deals. So far, the SPAC CCIV has already made around $12 billion in the market. And on top of that, Lucid has made another substantial amount of billions. When these two companies were and if to merge together, they would be at a total of $16 billion in revenue of funds to back them up. So should you buy Churchill Capital now, CCIV, the potential merger for Lucid Motors, or should you wait? So the capitalization of the CCIV, as I mentioned before, is in the billions already, of $15.1 billion. And if this were right up right now, we'd have a $60 million market cap for the Lucid Motors industry. So Lucid was founded in 2007 as Atavia by former Tesla executive Bernard C. and entrepreneur Sam Wang. If we do look over here to this part, the first car that will be launched is $169,000 luxury electric vehicle, and this is comparable to the Model S. As we all know, Model S is the top line that Tesla offers, and they have been working down over the years to make a car more reliable and more affordable for the daily Joe. So if you look at the specs at both Lucid cars, the Air model and the Model S, they are over 1,000 horsepower. The range of the electric battery is over 500 plus miles, which is great from one charge. The charge time is around 30 minutes for a full 2 hours worth of drive, and the launch from 0 to 60 is about 1.9 seconds. So although Tesla has a competitive edge on top of Lucid already, because they do have many gigafactories and their production line is going on a non-stop, recently with their new factory in China, Lucid did build their very first EV factory in Casa Grande, and it is now expected to have their first production line rolling out sometime in the spring. Lucid is already preparing for phase 2 to build out, which will increase production capacity from 34,000 to 90,000 vehicles a year. The expansion will also accommodate an additional capacity needed for its upcoming Gravity SUV, which in hopes to deliver in summer 2023. In the coming years, Lucid aims to expand the factory to make up to 400,000 vehicles per year. This is a great sign because not only does Tesla have the Model S, which is a higher end, they have the Model X and all the other models. And we do see a lot of car manufacturers going to the SUV. If you look at Lamborghini with their Lamborghini SUV, also with all the other cars going with the Mustang SUV, they have a bunch of new cars coming out to be SUV just because it's more appealing to the family set. Not everyone's going to want to drive a lower car, and this SUV is more appealing for the daily driver and also for the family set of tone. Who's behind Lucid Motors and why can it have a competitive edge over Tesla? Well, Peter Rawlinson right here was once a chief engineer at Tesla, and he is now a CEO and CTO at Lucid Motors. He serves as a chief executive officer, chief technical officer of Lucid. As CEO, Peter is responsible for all strategic and business aspects of the company. As CTO, he is responsible for the creation and delivery of all Lucid products. He brings over 30 years of automotive industry experience to bear in these roles. Prior to Lucid, Peter was vice president and vehicle engineering of Tesla and chief engineer of the Model S, which is what they're making now, the Lucid Air, which is comparable to the Model S, where he led the engineering of the Model S from a clean sheet to production readiness while building the engineering team. On top of that, he did work at numerous places before this with a graduate in Imperial College and University of London. So we know this man is also very capable of when it comes to the car market, and on top of that, he does have the insider knowledge of Tesla, which can make it a competitive edge against them in the future. So what are some goals for Lucid Motors and where can we see them in upcoming years in short term and long term? Well, as compared to NIO, they have their battery changing stations. With Tesla, they have their charging stations, and Lucid will be following right behind Tesla with the charging station as well. NIO is that one particular company that has a great standout in China because they do have the battery switching and they are the first to do that instead of doing the charge plug-in. The Lucid Air is a story of California where we find limitless possibility in a landscape and our mission, the birthplace of Hollywood glamour and Silicon Valley innovation. We are forward thinkers who set new standards. We live life with a clear vision of what it can be and then strive to make this a reality. This is great to hear when you're an investor because you know they have the hopes and ambitions to continue building their company even though they have many other disadvantages to these other car dealerships because they've been in the game for way longer. And this is their first model right here, the Lucid Air. Max horsepower is up to 1,080. Projected range of miles is 517. Minutes to charge, 300 miles is 20. And 1/4 of a mile is 9.9, and 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. It is a very clean, sleek car with many integrations of powerful technologies. The only downside is they have not had their production yet, which we are waiting for in the spring to have them rolling out. If we do see this sometime in the near future with their cars on the street, we can see a possible run-up of the share price again up to the $100 range. So is this a time to buy? With the speculation still going on if they are going to merge, CCIV is in a great spot and has already ran up so much this year. If we continue to get these rumors put out there more often on these article pages and have the hype still go up, we could probably go up to the $75, $80 range before the actual merger if it happens. If not, and the merger is not confirmed with Lucid and they do end up merging with a different SPAC, we could see this tumble all the way back down to the $15 range just because all this hype and movement is speculative, meaning there's no real support and the price action, this is all just gambling at this point. So what I'd say is if you bought in early and you're still holding on, I'd suggest pulling some profits soon before it's too late. For potential entry point into the stock, I'd wait till post-merger to see if the stock is going to fall because of profit taking. From there, you can decide if you want to take in a small position or whatever you're comfortable with to go in for the long-term run-up. Like we see now, Tesla's already in the high 700 range now, and I could possibly see Lucid in the same range in the next 5 to 10 years, if not sooner. That's all I've got for you guys in today's video. If you'd enjoy, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.